Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I am Cortensia Carty. And guess what? It is Friday, so we're trying our best to up the ante, up the energy, up everything. How about that?
That's what you say. That's all I've got to say.
Upping it.
So it's finally the end of the work week, and I don't know that it's been a long work week. Some people might think that because of all the holidays that we've had since the election and thereabout. But yeah, it's just a typical week, and we're just glad that you're joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN.
Indeed. We begin now with our first local story. Foreign Affairs Minister thanks staff for advancing the agenda of the ministry. This from SKNIS. Dr. the Right Honorable Denzel Douglas, Minister of Foreign Affairs in the federal government of St. Kitts and Nevis, commended the staff both locally, regionally, and internationally for advancing the agenda of the ministry and enhancing the country's global footprint. Foreign Minister Dr. Douglas was at the time addressing staff at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs located at Port Zante on Thursday, August 18, 2022, during a familiarization visit. Foreign Minister Dr. Douglas said, and quote, "I want to thank the staff led by Permanent Secretary K. Bass and the senior persons who would have provided support in this ministry for whatever successes it would have achieved. I think the time has been used to establish better relations with other countries in specific areas of endeavor, and I am sure that the specific mandate that was given and which was pursued by the former minister and the staff would be, as I would have said before, built on those." End quote. We will not need to discard anything unless, after close examination, it becomes absolutely necessary to do so. So, yes, the new minister is pleased with what he's seeing, and they wish to continue working along those lines.
That remains to be seen. It's a familiarization visit. So, there are some changes I imagine that he would love to implement if he's not pleased with everything, so time will tell. All right, moving on. Estefan commends young people's involvement in politics. This from SKN Vibes. Former government minister Dwyer Estefan, forgive me please, we have a technical difficulty. All right, we're continuing. Former government minister Dwyer Estefan is impressed by the number of young persons who were candidates for various political parties that contested the recently held general elections in the Federation. A number of young people were running on the slate of the People's Labour Party, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, the SKNLP, and the People's Action Movement, or the PAM, with those in the SKNLP romping home in the most constituencies. Estefan, in showering praise on the young persons who stepped up to the plate, noted that with proper guidance, they could be there for generations to come. He said, quote, "These young people have 2 or 3 generations left statistically, and now is the time. But they have to rely on the guidance and experience of the elders," end quote. Over the years, a number of people have been calling for the inclusion of more youngsters, especially women, in the political arena. The call was, however, answered this year as 6 women were contesting for seats, but only 1 was successful in the likes of Marsha Henderson from constituency number 2. Estefan said, quote, "That is beautiful, and I love it. I want to see more of it," end quote.
It's really good to see women stepping up to the plate and excelling at it. Yes, excelling at it.
Okay, good, yes.
Mass Troop Ultra Carnival bows out of Sugar Mass 51 Grand Street Parade. This from With Media. Mass Troop Ultra Carnival will not be participating in the 2022-2023 St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Street Parade. Ultra Nation issued a statement on Wednesday, August 17, informing its revelers and, by extension, the community of what led to the decision. The Mass Troop blame the ongoing global challenges with sourcing materials as one of the core issues that led to the difficult decision. A statement released by Ultra Carnival stated, and quote, "Putting forth a mass ban is not feasible in the midst of the supply chain disruptions, minimal options for interregional travel, or shipping and inflation, which led to the increased cost of carnival materials. While it is tough to imagine yet another year without the highly anticipated Ultra Nation Carnival Road experience, it is difficult to present the high-quality product that Ultra Nation has grown to love under these conditions." End quote. This statement from Ultramass Carnival has generated extensive feedback on social media from suspected revelers. For the most part, they have expressed how disappointed, sad, and heartbroken they are by not having the opportunity to celebrate with Ultra in the upcoming carnival season.
Indeed.
I empathize with you, revelers.
Indeed. It is what it is. All right, moving on to a check of our local weather. It's going to be partly cloudy with a 50% or moderate chance of showers. Temperatures will be as high as 91 degrees and as low as 75 degrees.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Move anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We continue with the latest in regional news. This from Antigua Newsroom. The Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority's latest advertising campaign out of the U.S. market has been creating a stir as Antigua and Barbuda's reggae ambassador, Gregory Caution Bailey, croons across U.S. television screens and issues an invitation to CBS TV audiences to bathe in the sun in Antigua and Barbuda, known for having an astonishing 365 beaches. The television advertising campaign, which began on August 9th, features 15-second and 30-second clips of Caution's summer hit music video, Antigua Me Come From, played on CBS TV programs. A call to action encourages viewers of the advert to contact their travel advisor to book an Antigua and Barbuda vacation. The campaign will run through to the Labor Day weekend up to September 5th for a total of 4 weeks, creating over 100 airings and delivering over 10 million New York Designated Marketing Area or DMA ad impressions. This is one of those things that generally increases the visibility of the tourism product.
Exactly. And I've known Antigua to always been a country to advertise their product. I've been there for 12 years, and if it's one thing I know them to push is tourism.
Great.
Yes, indeed. We continue now on the international scene. This from CNN. Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin has acknowledged partying in a boisterous way after the release of private videos. But she said she is angry, and that the footage which prompted criticism from political opponents was leaked to the media. Videos show Marin, Finland's 36-year-old leader, dancing with friends in a private setting. Marin told reporters in Kuopio, Finland, these videos are private and filmed in a private space. I resent that these became known to the public. I spent a night with my friends. We just partied. Also, in a boisterous way. I danced and I sang. The footage shows Marin and 5 others posing towards a camera and dancing. Another clip appears to show Marin on the floor singing towards the camera. It had prompted some of Marin's opponents to criticize her behavior as unbecoming of a prime minister. Miko Karna, an opposition MP, tweeted that Marin should undergo a drug test. Marin told reporters that alcohol was consumed, but she was not aware of any drug use during the party.
Including her own.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Exactly. And that's the point of it.
There you have it. For the latest in regional and international news, we have so much more on this Friday morning. So stay tuned. See you on the other side of this break.
SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Moves anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
You ever hear earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. A few weeks ago, we spoke to Aniva James of the Beauty Lab to give us some tips to care for our hair during summer. Today, Cortensi and I will be guiding you towards protecting and caring for your skin during summer.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be making you look cute like us. Yes. It's like, no, Cortensia, no. She's got my hair. Look at that. Cute. Cute. So our first tip for you, the sun, to avoid, please avoid the sun. The sun is at its most intense between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. That we know, and we have been feeling that. This is when your skin is at the highest risk of sunburn and sun damage. When possible, plan ahead and avoid extended outdoor activities during these intense sun hours. So you're not supposed to garden until 5 o'clock.
Imagine that. I live in the Caribbean.
And you're supposed to stay inside,
Basically,
right?
sun 14 to 16 hours a day. It seems. It's really 12, but it seems like more, especially during the summer. Yeah, see if that works for us.
Nah, but we just gotta wear a sunscreen. And I find in the Caribbean, because we are so accustomed to what we do, and people say wear sunscreen, we'd be like, what? No,
Yeah, exactly.
I live in the tropics. I don't need a sunscreen. Exactly, but
Just
we
like
do
us.
need a little sunscreen. So, yeah, we need to take care of our skin and help it to be subtle and younger, a little longer.
Whatever you say, Cortez.
Yes, yes,
Got
yes.
additional tips for you. Okay, so in relation to sunscreen, be sure to choose a sunscreen that's at least SPF 30. That's SPF 30 and protects against both UVA and UVB radiation. Apply at least 1 ounce, about enough to fill a shot glass, to expose the skin 15 minutes before going outdoors. So you've got to time it.
So apply the amount of a shot glass, not drink the amount of a shot glass.
You're not going to drink sunscreen. So yeah, definitely. But I mean, you might want to drink before you go outside. You don't know.
But hydrate with your water and whatever else you might have in your little flask, you know?
Yeah.
But water is always essential. And ensure that you sunscreen from head to toe. But they have some sunscreen that burn your eyes, you know? So you have to be careful. Because once you sweat and it runs down, oh,
Okay, then it
geesh,
goes
man.
right into
You got to
yeah.
go wash it out. Imagine burning eyes with sunscreen, washing it out with salt water. Jeez.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
No.
Okay. I have, so I know how it feels. To have to go and get fresh water to wash it off. Yeah. So moisture matters. Excessive summer heat can dehydrate your skin, so it is important to keep it moisturized during the summer. If your skin becomes oily, it may be a sign that your skin could be dehydrated. I thought it was the sun helping the oils to come out. Oily skins mean your skin's dehydrated?
Well, no.
What?
No, you don't.
Oh, man.
So drink water. Or hydrate. Doesn't have to be water.
Wow, that's a shocker. And I drink so much water, but I still have oily skin technically.
Uh-huh.
But no, I'm not. My skin's not dehydrated.
Okay. Good for you.
It is not.
All right, clothing. When possible, wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothes made from natural fabrics like cotton or linen. Even better, try wearing clothes with built-in SPF or UPF protection if you'll be spending time outdoors. Gotta check the
I
labels.
never knew we had clothes with
Neither did
SPF.
I.
Look at that. We really learn something new every day.
Yep.
Yeah, I have been checking out the linen. Like you said, you had on your linen on voting day. I had my linen on a few days ago, and I have been trying to make sure everything is cotton. This is an exception because I know I'm in basically in a cool atmosphere. Because this is not for outside. But the fact that we live in a heated Caribbean, we have to do everything. Yeah, heated Caribbean. And it was extremely hot a few days ago, you realize?
Yeah, I realize that.
My
Definitely. I was in the
gosh.
90s, so yeah.
When I
Lethal.
Okay, so accessories. Some accessories can help protect your skin. Sunglasses with UVA and UVB protection help stop sun damage on the skin around your eyes, while a wide brim hat provides much needed protection to the delicate skin on your face, ears, and neck. So the sombreros are back.
Aha.
Just for the summer.
I guess.
Just for the summer.
Yeah. People. Yeah. Yes. That. Yeah.
December, I remember we went to Mexico and they had this band playing. Oh my gosh, Jamie I Spears' hat was covering everybody in the band. I was like, oh my gosh, look how big that is. Everybody in the band. He was the man in the front with the little.
That's been something to see.
Yeah. Whoa. Like a big old tree covering everybody at night too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
At night.
A
wow,
big
yeah,
white one, yeah.
wow.
Really big white one. I'm surprised he managed that hat for the entire night because that was the band that was playing for our farewell party whilst we were there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so exfoliate regularly. In the summer especially, you may have noticed that your skin is oilier due to increased heat and humidity. With exfoliation, you can remove all of this buildup, which unclogs your pores, smooths your skin tone, battles acne, and increases skin cell turnover.
Mm-hmm.
So exfoliate regularly.
Nice. So do you exfoliate regularly?
I try to.
Do you make your own or do you buy?
Ah, why would I make my own? That's too
You
much
know,
trouble.
coffee, brown sugar, olive oil, mix it up, exfoliant.
Okay, now I do.
Yeah, so now
I'm
you
not
know.
gonna try it though, but thank you.
I'm trying to get him to save some dollars. He don't want to save no dollars. No. But you know which coffee I normally use for that though? You know the coffee that comes in the pod that you put in the machine?
Mhm.
So yeah, I rip
Okay.
open that bag and mix that up instead of using the grounds because sometimes the grounds scratch my face
Gotcha.
extra. Yeah. Anything just to keep the age flowing. Anything to keep the age flowing. Anything at all.
All right, so lotion.
Oh no,
Does lotion protect your skin?
I don't think so. It makes you hot. It closes the pores. It closes your pores. Yeah, but it moisturizes. But guess what? You sweat extra.
Oh,
I
that's
swear,
good.
in the summer. Yes, for those of you looking, you're gonna get all my little secrets. I only cream below and my hands if there had to
okay.
be out. It's too hot. It is too hot to be lotioning. So I make sure I leave some water on so that moisture can stay in somewhat. But it's extremely hot.
It is, honestly. I guess it's why the air conditioners help. You're inside.
Oh man.
It's got to be outside.
Yeah, exactly. But trees though, I think that's something that's lacking, you know.
What?
I think we need to start planting trees along the highway so we can,
Walk under?
yeah, walk under them. I find the trees are dying. You don't find? Even the ones in Friggin' Bear getting beat up by the wind. The ones on the
Oh, okay. No, I haven't.
You see there.
Trust me. I'm just looking at the road and trying to avoid pedestrians. And
Oh, so you don't exercise up that hill?
No, I haven't done that for a while. Not for a while, I can say.
But the other day when I went to exercise my right, I was surprised to see the big trees in the Newtown Primary School yard, right?
Uh-huh.
And those trees are shady that a lot of, and they had nice seats, you know, like the kids can go out there and have lunch. I'm sure the teachers oftentimes take them out there if it's too hot in the classroom or just to engage them more. Because, you know, when people are outside, they feel a bit freer. Yeah. And those trees, oh my God, the shade was on and popping, literally. And the breeze that was coming under them, it was like a nice little canopy umbrella. They had like 3 of them in the yard. I was like, man, I'm sure people sitting under those probably were recollecting on their school days, minus having all the bouginess that the kids have now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Possibly, quite possibly.
Okay. Well, folks, there you have it. Protect yourself in this heat. Protect yourself in the sun. Wear loose clothing. Wear your sunscreen, not because we live in the Caribbean. Protect yourself. Much more after this, so stay tuned.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Today for Stepping Up, we have a guest who loves to sing and perform on stage. We have seen him in action over the years. Recently, this passion and his initiative caused him to enter the World Championships of Performing Arts. Today, we have the opportunity to talk with Kenny Easy Warner. He joins us from our sister isle of Nevis via Zoom. Good morning, Kenny, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Having me.
It's our pleasure indeed. So I'm going to get right to it. I think the first thing we need to ask you is, why are you called Easy? Are you an easygoing person?
Well, it's from school days.
Okay.
I always was an easygoing person, not very fussy. You know, you could always walk up and talk to me easily. So that's how I got a name.
Okay, I can sense it from your personality too. You look very
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We just mentioned, your passion singing and performing on stage. Was there anything else that caused you to enter the World Championship of Performing Arts?
Well, I was looking for international competitions. I've never been in an international competition, regional, and I just wanted to do that before I got to this stage where I wanted to stop doing all this. So I just Googled and randomly signed up for for events, for international events, and I got a call back from Wakopa.
Nice.
Ooh, must have been interesting when you got the call back. What was going through your mind?
Yeah. I thought it was fake first.
Oh, yeah?
Honestly, because the numbers close to our numbers. The director who called me, she's from Trinidad,
Okay.
and Trinidad area code is 868, and then they have a number that's close to Digicel, like 755 or something like that. So I really didn't notice it was 868. So I thought it was somebody trying to scam me from St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
But then after they called me, after we ended the call, I went to do some research online, Google everything, and then I realized it's something legit. So
Okay.
that's when I just followed up with everything.
I like that you did your research and you just weren't excited that you just got the opportunity of a lifetime. So
Exactly.
how did you feel about your performance and what did you perform?
I performed a song, original song I did called Wally.
Okay.
But I did it in is a power song, a fast song. But I did it in a slow version, guitar solo,
Okay.
and I was real confident that it would come over good. And is the people at the event, you got to know how to deliver to them. They wouldn't really understand our fast style of music, so I had to slow it down and give them a little understanding of what I'm talking about, and it came off real good.
I was going to ask you about the feedback from the crowd.
Yeah.
I think you kind of
Yeah,
hinted
the
at it.
crowd was all into it. Yeah. You could check out my Instagram page, the performance on Instagram, Easy869,
Yeah.
and you would see that performance, and the applaud was loud and roaring. You know, this is something that they never really experienced, this type of style of music, and they was all into it, waving their hands and everything. So it came off real good.
Nice.
Oh, that's great to hear. So let's talk about that in terms of the crowd, the packed venue, and also the location. Tell us about that. Was it a packed venue?
Yeah, well, it was held in California, Orange County, at a Hyatt Regency Hotel. The event is a very exclusive event. You would have had to have access pass and all of that paid for in advance. Most of the attendees were the participants, as well as some other persons who came along with them, like the parents, officials from the event, and persons who would have wanted to see the show itself. So it was a lot of people, a huge ballroom, and it was packed, especially the final night.
That's great.
Nice. So can you tell us what other type of performances took place in addition to singing?
It was performing arts in general, anything but perform on stage. He had magicians there. He had persons doing instrumentals, persons vocals accompanied with the instrumental, dancing, modeling, anything at all to do with performing on stage. We even had a group from Trinidad. They had a dance that they call Criolla, and they had a Macajumbi. They had a Macajumbi on stage with the dance performing. So they brought that Caribbean style of flavor to the competition, and they actually won the dance segment for the finals night.
Oh, that's great. So I imagine you felt right at home seeing all the regional performers.
Yep. Because my as I said, my director from Trinidad, and she was the director for Trinidad team as well. So we were like one. You know, she was helping me out. She was helping me out a lot. and he had another team from Jamaica as well, and we all link up and encourage each other, and it was real good. Trinidad won the juniors, a young lady from Trinidad overall, so that was a great feat. Big up Trinidad, and big up my national director as well, Candice Clark. She did real good.
Yes, nice. So were you able to see your other competitors perform?
Yeah, we would be in the room, and we would just be waiting for our numbers to call, and we would go up. So everybody would be there looking at you, and it wasn't even like a fierce competition to say where people coming at you a certain way. It was like it was all encouragement. People clap for you. It wasn't at no point you feel like it was in a fierce competition. It was just, everything was just camaraderie.
So it was like an America's Got Talent waiting room situation.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, we're going to continue this discussion on the other side of the break. So, easy, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay, nice.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Kenny Easy Warner is telling us all about the World Championship of Performing Arts. So, Easy, let's talk about the daily lineup, the activities. What can you tell us?
Well, he went for about 10 to 11 days, and I arrived on the Friday. And the Friday was registration. From you reached, you felt welcome, and it was like performing arts heaven. Everywhere you turn, you see somebody singing, playing an instrument, practicing the acting, and so on. So when we got to the signing up area, it was just a crowd of people, and everybody was just chanting the representing for the country, the flags, everything, singing the local songs, national anthem, and all of that. And it was just, man, it just made you feel welcome. And the same Friday night, they had a group competition where groups from all over the world would do a presentation, a dancing presentation. We had people from Thailand, Trinidad, America, but on that night, it was Ireland. Ireland won the competition for that night. And we also had Thailand also plays, and Philippines. On the Saturday night, we started boot camps, and it was not just an event for competition. They also wanted to educate you and give you a little experience of what it's like to be in the industry. They brought in some really big names, behind the scene big names, producers, and so on to kind of guide you. That was this Saturday.
All right, easy. One question on that. So what was the best part of that for you?
Well, for me, I learned a lot over the years, but it was just like bringing in people who kind of like fine tune why you're being learning. You know, he had people like, he had this guy, a songwriter, and he would just write a song, anything you give him, or you tell him a word, he get a whole song out there. He walk with the guitar, everything, notes, everything, perfect. So that's something what I'm striving to be like. He also had a guy who I think he produced for Beyonce and Jay-Z already. He gave us a lot of tips on how to manage your music and, you know, the right paths to go to manage your career. And that was information that is invaluable. This information is really needed as an artist. So I think that was real beneficial for me and who all was there. But he had different coaches for different things. Like they would have a coach for acting, dancing, modeling, and all of that in different ballrooms. But I was in music, so that was real good.
Sounds exciting, like a once in a lifetime.
I know, right?
Yeah. The Sunday we had a day pass at Disney. So well, they had the ceremonies in the morning, the opening ceremonies where each country would parade the colors and the costumes and everything. And then after that, now we went to Disney, where we stayed there for the rest of the day. And we got on all the rides and everything. It was I never been to Disney, so I was like a kid in a candy store.
That's nice. I like it.
And then on the Monday we had the eliminations. The Monday and the Tuesday. I did mine on the Tuesday, and I learned that on the Wednesday that
we seem to be having some internet connectivity, so we apologize for that. If we get Easy back, we'll continue this discussion. But Cortenso, very good information indeed. And one of the things that I want to get to as we continue this discussion with Easy is the fact that he has applied to be the national director.
Yes.
And what that would mean for our locals as well if he does in fact get that position.
He'll be scouting local talent.
And the fact also that he said to us that it is an annual competition.
So he intends to take a team with him next year. Oh, man.
Precisely.
So that's good that he's not just thinking about himself. He's thinking about the development and how the federation can evolve with artists. Yeah.
Precisely.
So he's. I like that.
So while we try to get Easy back, we'll take a quick break. Stay with us for more GMSKN.
Hello and welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries. These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fiber and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved and ice cubes for serving. Directions. Place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
And we're back. Thank you for staying with us. So we know technology can sometimes be unpredictable. So Easy, we were talking to you during the commercial about the medals that you won. So can you show us what you won? And the viewers as well.
Won 2 silver bronze. I won the 2 silver in modeling and the bronze in singing. I never even modeled in my life, but I went up with confidence.
You go, guy, and you did well. You did well.
I did well. So
congrats.
I also got two smaller medals for going to the semi-finals.
Oh, nice, nice.
In both categories. Oh. So this is one and this is the other one.
Congratulations.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
We were also talking about your app. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We were also talking about your application process to become director. So the next time you go, you can take along a team. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, and I would really like the government to come on board, and because it is a real expensive venture. Okay. I've applied. I've made the application. They've sent the documents, and I've got to go through them and send them back. But hopefully, it looks like I'll be the national director, and I'll be putting a team together for 2023. So I'm hoping any creatives out there who are listening and might be interested, you can get in touch with me. Check me on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever, and just let me know that you're interested.
So where can you said they can check you on Facebook and WhatsApp? Is there a specific link they have to go to?
No, they just could send me a message, say they're interested, and then we go from there. I'll just tell them what to do after that.
All right, that's great. Well, we have roughly 1 minute left, Easy. So, we always talk about the high points, low points of these types of things. What can you tell us in a very succinct fashion about the experience?
Well, for me, the high point was just getting there, because I signed up since 2019, and it was just putting off every year. And then this year now, I wasn't sure if I would get to go because of a lot of different things. Yeah. And just getting there to the event, that was my high point. My low point, I would say coming back, because I had to spend like $300 to do COVID tests and all these things. And I feel like the government should have recognized the event more, highlight it some more so people could see that it's something good for the country and it's something good for performing artists. But the country was in election mode, so I think everybody was just focused on election.
Yeah, but you know what? You're here talking about it now, so you're definitely
Yes.
raising awareness for the competition,
Yeah.
and the fact that you've applied to be national director is something that would be really good because it would be an avenue for us to take the world stage again. So, you know what? Thank you so much for shedding light on this. Grateful that you won the medals and that you shared it with us. Shared them with us. That was so great.
Thanks
So
for
Easy,
having me, and thanks for reaching out too.
You're welcome. So next year, you'll be coming back with the gold medal for modeling because by then you'll be a
Definitely.
professional, right? Oh, you go,
Definitely,
guy. You go,
I have
guy.
a better idea how to maneuver. So,
Okay.
yeah, I definitely will be back with a gold medal next year.
Easy modeling agency. Thanks a lot, Easy. Take care.
It got a good ring to it.
Yeah, you can take it. You can own it. That's right. Trademark it. All right, great catching up with you. Take care.
All right, thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You
too, Easy.
More GMSKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now, for the directions, it's very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon slice, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt? Get salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. History proves it. Biology proves it. Humans are naturally social creatures. It is the only way our species could possibly survive. Socialization has an unparalleled impact on our overall well-being. It influences our health and increases our overall sense of happiness. So today is Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend, and this is the time when socialization peaks.
Indeed.
So we thought it best to have a candid discussion on how socialization has evolved over the years, or has it? Would you say that it has, Hortensia?
It has evolved because we no longer socialize, we phonalize. We go out together and we're all socializing in our phones. It's so true. Mhm.
Okay, we phonalize. Okay, well,
Phonalize, yeah.
that's the way you see it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Mhm. So what do you think? You don't think we phonalize?
We do. I think I've said that before. We do that, but again, it's still interesting to me because that's one of the ways that it's evolved. Because we're able to connect with people who are not physically close to us either.
Yes.
So it does have its advantages, and that's one of the
Yeah,
ways
but
that
when
it's
we
evolved.
go out, I have a group of friends, well, 2 groups of friends, we try our best to put it away unless it rings so that we can really socialize because we don't see each other all the time. So let's be out here socializing and not just being phonalizing. Come on.
All right. So how did you socialize as a child? Let's start there.
Oh man, run about, got cuts, played hopscotch, played marbles, rolled in the dust, cooked bush food with mud and cut up all kind of green things for our seasoning that we saw our parents doing. Pretend we were fishing in the trench, fell in the trench by accident. Yeah, that's how I socialized. What about you?
I think a lot of my social experiences initially came from my interactions with the people, not only my family in school, but also in church, because church played a major part of my early years indeed.
Good stuff.
And so learning to appreciate people who come from different backgrounds, who share common goals or common interests as well. That was one of the ways, appreciating that, particularly in Sunday school classes, for instance, that people who have differences in opinion are not necessarily more wrong or more correct than I am. It's just a difference of opinion. So
Yes.
that helped me to appreciate differences in people, and I guess that helped. So that was what it was.
Yeah.
Tolerance, perhaps. Understanding.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So ways you socialized as a teen. I find as teenagers we still played somewhat. Now the teenagers these days they're not playing. They're doing something else. They phonalizing. They going to the little parties. We had parties, but not that much. Like one person out of the group might have a party and it's a birthday party event. But these teens socialize differently to us. As I said, we still played. We actually played Mississippi in fifth form. Yes, upstairs, jumping in the corner. I don't know.
You do realize that as you're talking about it, the things that you did or I did when we were growing up, even in our teenage years rather, would have been different from the previous generation. So in a way, there is continuous evolution. Because the things that we think are, gems to us were actually new to
the previous
former
generation.
generations. Exactly. So it just continues to
I
evolve.
would love to know what they did before when they went to school. Because they didn't have, like us, we didn't have cell phones. They didn't have cell phones, so I wonder what they do. Sat and read. No, I'm sure they had a bucket with a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood leaned up against it with a piece of stick ready to bat a ball.
Yeah, socialization involved taking your goats out to pasture, walking to buy milk and those sorts of things. Come on,
I
you know what it
know,
was.
yes.
It was a different time. It wasn't really all about, getting together with a group of friends or whatever. It was about sustaining the family and helping meet the demands of the household if you were not privileged enough to have certain means, right? To live more comfortably than, say, as comfortable as you wanted to live. So it was a different kettle of fish, I think, back then. I've heard stories.
Funny you speak about the goat and the pasture because that's what Uncle said him and his elder friend did. And that was early morning socialization because those guys went out at 4:30 to cut the grass, to tie the cow. So yeah, look at that. Yeah. So they socialize,
had to do that before they went to school.
Yes.
After, and those sorts of things. So it was an activity, of course, where if you were doing it with somebody else, so
it was cool.
Obviously, it was a social activity. But again, it had another goal too, which was obviously making sure that you're providing for your family, you're taking care of things around the house to help your parents provide for your family even better. So that's what it is. As for me, how I socialized as a teen, it's rather very interesting. I think yesterday we talked about the fact that we think we could easily be from different decades, born in different decades. And I guess that, to me, enabled me to interact with older people. Differently. When I say older people, I don't necessarily mean people who are like 70 and 80 and 90.
Yes,
I mean
understood.
people who were probably about 10 to 15 years older than me,
indeed,
who were
indeed.
adults, who were accomplished in their own right. And I got to engage with them. And so I appreciated at a very early age that there was more to life than St. Kitts. St. Kitts wasn't the center of the universe. So it opened my eyes. That's what I said.
Yeah. So when we socialize as an adult, as you said, the phonalization goes with our friends that are away. And even some of our friends here that we don't really see. And then when me and my two groups, we have our outings, we try our best, as I said, to put away the phones. We only get to them when they ring or we think it's an important message. How else do I socialize now? I think those are the only two ways, you know. Because I hardly ever go out or go to the beach or stuff like that. I eat out a lot. Yes, I'm a foodie. But yeah, that's how I socialize.
So partying is one of those ways that, well, let's talk about the modern things. Partying, drinking, smoking is an act of socializing?
I guess if you're a smoker and I'm a smoker, we're going to stand up there and have a whole conversation while we're puffing. Yeah.
I can understand drinking. Yeah, I guess if you've got common interest, you're lounging around
Yeah.
and you're doing that.
So we're going to have our cigarette in one hand and we're going to have our alcohol in the next. So we're going to be socializing. And as we said, socializing starts from today. Because everybody's either going to be down at Port Zante, on 4th Street, or the little shops in the corner. So yeah, they're drinking, they're somewhere exactly. So socializing, yeah. That's how most people socialize on Friday, to me.
Have to be drinking alcohol.
Yeah, but most of them you see with a Guinness bottle, it's your turn to buy the rounds. How about that? Or the Skull bottle.
Yeah.
Check it out. We should go out today with our cameras and look at all the different areas and what people do whilst they're socializing this afternoon.
Or you could invite them to comment on our page.
That too, but seeing it for ourselves, being immersed in the experience might be a bit better. How about that?
Perhaps.
Yes.
The question now is, what way does socializing or socialization impact our daily lives?
I think it relieves the stresses, because some people just need to talk. Even if they're joking, you know, it's giving them some form of endorphins to just relax. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, relaxation is key.
Relaxation, yes.
Escaping reality. That's
yes.
One thing that you use socializing for. You need to get out of the house. You need to, get away from the things that you typically do just to get a breather. Relaxation, as you said, that helps.
And even
vacation.
Even getting to learn more about each other. Because sometimes you just socially talk across the room behind your desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you share what you think about this and what the person thinks about that. So you know how they think, you know how, and they know how you think. And then various other persons. When I worked at courts, we had a nice little environment where we had about 4 or 3 desks in an area, and we always used to talk. We even talk across the room sometimes. You know, I enjoyed it because it was very enlightening. We had jokes, we had everything. It was a really nice space to work in. So yeah, so that's how we socialize during working hours. And then when we go to lunch, then we have a big conversation again and more socialization. And that's how we got to know each other, and I think build lasting work relationships and friendships.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah. That is a good point. I know that some workplaces have started organizing social activities.
Okay, yeah.
They call it team building.
Okay.
Yeah, about that.
What? What about that? I want to know. Tell me.
It's an interesting concept. I suppose research was done. It's very interesting that you figure that you can build a team if you do things that you wouldn't typically do during the workday.
Yes.
At the same time, there could be pros and cons. Let's just say that, because it's interesting to me. You want the work product to improve, but you're doing social things.
Okay.
It's that's my take on it. Anyway, socialization impacts our daily lives for the better, because it helps us to be better individuals all in all, and I guess a little more tolerant and understanding of a lot of things.
Even a common good morning when you pass somebody, that's socialization. Just letting them know that I see you and I'm hoping that you have a good morning. Not in so many words, but yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Probably made that person day. Probably they say 10 persons passed me before you and they didn't say anything, so you see me.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening right now is that we're going to go to a break, but we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Bless up. Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one safe. Kind, yeah. One people. We are roll up to roll up. Yeah. Cause no man's alone. Do what's right. Alright. Cause I love you. Brother, my sister. And we're in this together. My sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and support from Paris Lamont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Good morning SKN, this is lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Beach volleyball is a challenging sport. Not only do you have the challenge of the game itself, but as the name states, you have to play on sand. Our two guests are not strangers to this sport and represented us at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, UK, that ran from the 28th July and 8 August. We have with us today two jokers, I would call them. Sinclair Hodge and Sean Seabrooks. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning, Curtis.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
Yeah, she took the joke out
comic relief.
So, gentlemen, tell us about your matches. When did you play and what conditions did you have? Because I noticed one of us joined the Navy SEALs.
Since Sinclair insists that I go, as a matter of fact, I'm still getting over the temperature. I'm still acclimating because, as some people may assume, because it's summer, we'll have favorable conditions. But anybody who would have seen the matches would recognize that we were playing in some black leggings and stuff like that. And that was not heat protection gear. It was cold protection gear. And from the time you hear teams like Canada and countries that are more accustomed to colder weather wearing those cold protective gear, then you know the temperatures were dropping. So the temperature was actually, in most cases, 65 and below. And in the Caribbean, we are accustomed to the 78. Anything below 75 is cause for concern for us here in the Caribbean. So we did have to make some adjustments, and that kind of temperature impacts your breathing ability. And lack of the normal breathing style also means you're a bit lethargic and it impacts the output of the game, etc. However, we were able to be very competitive still. Thank God we were there ahead of the game schedule, so we could have some time to get accustomed to deal with the sand, etc. And the challenge was basically dealing with the artificial court. Normally we play on the beach and it's normal sand. But in this case, it was the old market that was converted into the beach volleyball arena. And we had to adjust to shifting sands because usually when you're dealing with courts like that, you would have maybe a gravel base, and then you have a mesh, then you would pour the sand, and that would give some sort of stability to it. But in this case, it was just 45 inches of sand deep. So in some cases, because it was the early stages of the games tournament, it had a shifting sand. Afterward, it becomes a little more compact. But those are some of the conditions that we had to deal with. The shifting sand, cold weather. But as I said, despite all, we were able to be very competitive.
Good stuff, good stuff. Glad to hear that.
And how long did you practice before taking part in this?
Yeah, so our practice regime spanned about 4 months prior. Because we work full time, we had to do it in sessions and in segments. So most times on the weekends or in the evenings. Shout out to Skillet who gave us some lights on the beach. So we were able to actually train on the beach. So we ran for about four months prior. And a couple of weeks before, within the month, we had 3 teams come in to St. Kitts. So we brought 3 teams, one from Belize, one from El Salvador, one from the US. And those teams gave us match practice over the weekends, so consistent match practice. So we were able to get some good reps in preparation for Birmingham.
Nice. So we have a video. Let's look at the camaraderie that the 2 of you had. And we got this from Sportsmax. So you guys are stars. Look at that. He's batting his eyes.
I did indicate to the staff before coming on the set that we'll have the autograph signing sessions after.
See what I mean? Joker.
And whatever endorsements Studio 227 want to give, we can make it in cash.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
I cannot.
But, playing beach volleyball, it requires camaraderie not only on the court, but it requires a significant amount of camaraderie outside.
Okay, good stuff.
And Penny and I have a relationship that spans 3 decades plus. So it's about having that level of communication, that friendship, because in indoor volleyball, which is the version that has 6 players on court, when things happen, you could actually either shield, hide, if you want to call it somebody. The person can actually come with various excuses. It's not my fault, it's the other person's fault, etc. In beach volleyball, nonsense. There's no such thing as that.
It's
if
either
I'm
or.
doing nonsense, obviously, it's me. There's no hiding, no covering up and stuff. If things are going wrong, it's one or the other of the 2 of us. And we have to be able to be in that frame of mind where we can actually, just look at each other, give each other support, and complement each other. It's what we do.
Well,
No,
Sean,
you really made me want to see that video.
yes, we really have to take a look at that, though. Yes.
Well, that's an ace serve. Deering not respecting that at all. And look at the celebrations from St. Kitts and Nevis, just fantastic.
Well, there definitely wasn't much heat behind that. It was just floating. It was almost floating up, and that is an interesting sideways bump.
10-10.
So did you guys practice that little pump, that fist pump?
No, that's all natural.
Oh my God.
That's just flow. As Sean said, it's just a brotherhood.
Oh.
So we know each other from decades now, and we've competed with each other so often. It just flows.
Okay, good stuff.
And I saw Sean's hand go up the minute that the ball went on the court. It's like, hey, turn around, you can't fake that.
But there's a rush that comes with it. The challenge of playing at this level is that we are playing with opponents against opponents who have been doing this for a living. They have access to a number of resources. They give it the time. In Penny and I's case, it's more of, we get up, we think about playing. After work, is this okay? If we have the strength, we're gonna go and train and stuff. Sometimes you have to will yourself to do these things. These other teams, they would have a structured training regime. You come up, it's maybe 8 to 10, do something in the morning, and they have multiple sessions per day. So when anybody asks, I said, despite losing, I know that we established what we wanted to have established, and we represented to the best of our abilities.
All right, so we know now that obviously this is not your first rodeo.
Yes.
No, not your first rodeo. You guys are professionals. So compare your experience from previous international sports meets to this one.
Okay, so if we were to compare apples with apples, we've been to the Commonwealth Games in Australia in 2018. Fantastic experience in Australia. Birmingham, in its own view, was quite spectacular. Both have their ups and downs, but when you look at both competitions, they're at a level that we've never experienced before. And being here at the second Commonwealth Games in Birmingham really gave us more confidence in our performance, gave us more confidence in just the way we represented ourselves. One thing that was very consistent was our infectious, positive attitude to the crowd. We loved the crowd for whatever reason, loved us. So it was more of a growing experience for both of us. And on the professional stage, we just were extremely delighted that we were able to share our island and our expressions.
So on one occasion, at a previous international meet, there was a media frenzy over something a reporter said. Are you going to tell us about that, or are you going to tell us about it?
Where did the reporter?
So, in a nutshell, back in Australia, we played primetime versus hometown Australia. And of course, we can't hear the commentators. But there was an Olympic champion female. She was one of the broadcasters who were calling the match. The following morning, when we woke up, my phone was going off tremendously. So when I checked the phone, I realized people asked me how she could say that, what is that? And I was kind of confused. Digging a little deeper, I understand we were, we were referred to as a human lamington. So the first thing that comes to mind was, what is a lamington?
Exactly.
So doing some research, I found out it was a little dark chocolate cake with white powdered sprinkles that we were eating every morning at breakfast. It tastes lovely, by the way. But yeah, she compared us to that. And it caused a huge media frenzy in Australia. People were bashing her, they were telling her to come off the air, and this was locals. And when the locals rose up, that drew our attention, because if the locals are saying that's bad, then it has to be something bad.
Wow.
In that moment, we had to control a lot of emotion because we were still on the world stage, we still had matches to play. We needed to think about how to react, and we simply just kept to ourselves. We allowed the channels to deal with it. The CGA president asked her to apologize, and they called her out. She had to apologize, and she actually came down to meet our delegation. She met with Dennis Knight and Alfonso Bridgewater, and she did apologize, so I saw some pictures. After stirring on it for a few weeks, I just processed it, and I was like, look, regardless to what the intentions were, I'll be the bigger person and step over that. We were there to represent our country, and I think we did that well. And that's all that matters. Anything else is just, fluff.
Indeed, fluff indeed. I know.
There's a level of continuity because, interestingly, the same lady, Kerry Potters, she was a commentator also at the Birmingham Games. And I just managed to hear just small clips of her commentary during our match and chalk and cheese. I'm not sure if it's a lesson in humility or the mindset of walking on eggshells, but she was much more professional with her delivery during the commentary with our matches there in Birmingham.
All right, happy to hear it. So, okay, your relationship spans about 30 years. How long have you been playing volleyball individually and together?
You know what? I'll give you a joke. When we were in Birmingham, I remember hearing at the intro, I heard them say, and now we'll have Sinclair Hodge from St. Kitts and Nevis, who is one of the older players. I was like, what? Sinclair Hodge is one of the older players.
What are you?
What am I? And I'm fully aware that in 2018 in Australia, one of the interview questions was, Sean Sims, how does it feel to be the oldest player?
It turned around this time. It turned around.
It's like, what 4 years ago it was?
I heard one of the commentators say, I'm definitely the oldest player. But we took it in stride because we look like one of the younger peers.
Exactly.
So, outside of that, we took it as a compliment. Everybody was like, you guys look so young. What's your age? Etc., etc. So, age is just a number.
It
we were
is
there
indeed.
to play ball.
Yes.
It's just the invitation now to the international stage to come to St. Kitts and Nevis because it seems like we have the fountain of youth somewhere in our society.
Yes.
If you want to look young, come to St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, we're looking. We're all over the place because you're making us laugh.
I know.
All right, so why don't we take a break and we'll come back in a moment. Stay tuned.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We continue our discussion with St. Clair Hodge and Sean Seabrooks, who represented the Federation in beach volleyball at the 2022 Commonwealth Birmingham Games. And by the way, you guys can take your comedy act on the road. I'm loving it. All right, let's take another look at a clip that we have of you in action from Sportsmanics.
Oh, good block. Good defense. Right now, St. Kitts and Nevis just struggling. Oh, how did that not hit the sand? Oh, you're kidding! Oh, that was incredible, and that would have been something very, very special had that gone over.
Oh, that just goes to show the skill of these players. Look, this is, in any other court, this is down, but that was a right-handed dig, and then it just sat there. I've never seen the ball stay up there for so long. Wrong side, though.
Okay. So can you, gentlemen, tell us what was taking place there, that video that we just looked at?
So in that game, we played against the Gambia.
Okay.
And the blocker, he's actually about 6'8". So by the time he gets up and he jumps, you're well over 7 feet that you have to tower over. It was just a really good rally. And in the video you saw back and forth, soft touches, defensive plays, a lot of hustling. This is what beach is all about. Nice. You gotta hustle, you gotta be in sync. Two of you can't be up at the same time. One person play a block, one person play defense, and you have to strategize. You have to go at it.
I was looking at that because I see how you and Sean were moving together on the court, and I can see the communication happening. Even though I couldn't hear, it looked like you guys, as you said, you've played for that long.
We did signals.
Okay,
so there are signals that we use with fingers and hands, and then there's telepathy.
Hence him thinking he can sign language.
The signing goes on and stuff.
So Sean, what was the takeaway for you from these games? Anything learned? Any lessons?
There are lots of lessons.
Okay.
Forever we are ambassadors for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Nice.
So it's always very much a privilege when we are on this platform and we can show that despite our small size, because the first thing people say is 50,000 persons, we think it's a Nevis. And just because of that one little moment of being exposed to our level of play, people are given the option to Google, interact, and find out about St. Kitts and Nevis. So I always remember that this is a stage where we are ambassadors, and in addition to that, it's the platform for us to promote the sport of beach volleyball. Not just beach volleyball, but volleyball on a whole in St. Kitts and Nevis, because we have a very small population. Unfortunately or fortunately, most persons are multi-sporting personnel. So we have to compete with the netball, the volleyball, the football, the basketball, etc. But we want to showcase and give young persons the opportunity to see that, if you put your mind to it, if you get involved with volleyball, there are so many opportunities out there available for you.
Nice. So how did the St. Kitts community that lives in Birmingham responded when they saw you both?
Oh, we were movie stars.
Ooh, look at that.
They took a lot of photos. The first thing each of them said, well, I am from, my people are from. So we had a lot of them from like St. Paul's, New Ground, Bastille. So of course they were a tad bit older than we were. So we were just a tad. So it was hard connecting with some of the actual people, but you knew the last names and you knew where they were from. So it was very, very pleasant meeting all these people. They were very excited to see us. And, any day we'll go back and interact with them. We left some contact numbers, so we are hoping to do some interactions.
Nice.
That's great.
And at this point in time, we want to take this opportunity to extend our appreciation for the hospitality that they would have showered upon us while we were there. We were able to engage them through a quick cocktail session that was organized. We're not alcoholics, so we engage them with some friendly beverages. But,
join the club.
Of course. So friendly beverages, you engage in consistent conversation. And while I'm here talking about giving thanks, we want to take the opportunity to pick up a number of persons who have been very supportive of us during our journey before both Commonwealth Games. We're talking to persons like Dr. Mark Hodge. Dr. Hodge has been a phenomenal supporter of beach volleyball. He has constantly been behind us. We have Skelec, Frigate Bay Development Corporation, we have the Ministry of Sport, and we also have the NOC and the local volleyball association. So we want to say, especially to all the persons, all the stakeholders who have been behind us, gratitude is a must, and we are building that platform to continue the legacy of volleyball in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay, good stuff.
Right, so we have a final video clip to show.
Stars.
What happened again? So movie stars on screen.
Good touch. That's much better. St. Kitts and Nevis making their comeback. Just 3 behind now.
So, what happened there? We got a point though.
Yep. So it's just what you call defense and counterattack. So you have to read the attackers. Sean already gave me his signal. He told me where he was going. So he blocked one area, I defended the other area, and we counterattack, scored the point. So the game is all about that. If you can do that consistently, who does that the best wins. So it's all about strategy.
All right, so the question now. Some of the players that you played against were 21 and 22 years old. We're talking about the oldest player here, Birmingham Games, potentially. Any thoughts on retirement? Is that even a word that comes into your mind?
Maybe I would say.
That sounds like fighting words, right?
How dare you call it?
What is retirement? What is that word?
Serena's friend right here. Serena refuses
Just
to
so you
lose
know, in
again.
volleyball, there are 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. So you could even go to 100 plus. So you know what?
You can be the first.
But the reality is, I actually thought about calling it quits already.
Okay.
Whereby I can assist. Whereby I can assist with the development of the sport. And we do have some youngsters who are coming along nicely.
Nice.
And those youngsters are inclusive of Lemuel, Chiverton,
right here in the studio.
I know.
You're like, they're here?
You didn't guess?
space.
Oh, the behind the cameras.
So those guys have been putting in the work, and we do expect to hear big things, see big things from them in the near future.
Nice.
I mean, we will play as long as we can, just for them. We are actually paving the way for them. So we were extremely happy that they were actually able to see us perform, see what's out there. Now I know they're extremely excited, so they've been home practicing even though we were out there. So we want to now pass the mantle, but we'll go as long as we can so that we could pave the way for them and make it even better.
That's good stuff, good stuff.
Oh, that's great. Word. All right, so Sinclair Hodge, Sean Seabrooks, thank you. You got to bring this comedy act back, okay?
Indeed, as I said, jokers in a good
Ministry
way.
of Tourism need to pay us.
It's
there.
I'm telling you.
I remember when my hair was long like cotton tails, you know.
On that note, we do advise that you stay tuned. See you on the other side of this break.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Move anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
Happy Friday. Yes, today Jamie and I are going to play a memory game. And guess what? We have teammates. Yes. So this team over here, which is team number 1, always team number 1 because Cortez is on the team, will win. So one team will be given 8 seconds to look at a number of items on the table, after which they will close their eyes and attempt to rearrange them in the same order. Oh, so we're closing our eyes to rearrange them. Okay, so the other host will then do the same along with their team member. So who's going to win? Us.
Technically, number 1, he wears jersey number 1, so you stand corrected. Right? Just putting it out.
He doesn't have it on today.
Don't worry. This morning we had all those memories, and our memories are peaked.
Yes. We're good over here. So how are we going to, who's going to go first? We should go first since we're number 1. Of course. So this is the order. But I thought we were the ones closing our eyes, or they're going to go first.
Okay. You know what? Give them. We are the younger team.
Okay. but he didn't close his eye. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So if one person from us, we're gonna rearrange it.
Yeah, we're supposed to close our eyes.
Then, I have to rearrange it first. So hold on.
Okay.
So this 10 seconds. Close your eyes.
Oh my God.
That's time to.
So this is, you are here. Don't open your eyes.
Can we peep?
No.
Yeah, because you're cheating. As usual.
Everything is shut. I can't see a thing.
Ooh, this is on both sides. You
can't
do that.
Oh, crap.
Sean, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Look at the labels.
We are gonna win.
All right. So I'll tell you when to open.
Oh my God, this is taking longer than we expected. You said 10. We're almost at 50.
Open.
Ready?
Oh wow. Oh.
We have to go now?
Yeah.
Easy pickings, man.
Okay. I don't think so. Don't make us lose. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is the order, Is this the order?
Let's find out.
Oh man. We can't even see.
So this one is Clorox wipes.
That's correct.
Clorox spray.
Ooh.
Paper cup.
Ooh.
And the mug.
Something missing. The copy.
That's right, the cheaters. We got it. We got it. We got it, huh?
No, we couldn't leave it there because it was on both sides.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough.
Mix up?
Of course.
Mix up? Yeah.
I'm gonna mix up. And the ice supposed to be closed though?
Yeah, no.
We just mix it up.
You put in the new order.
Okay.
That's when they close, yeah.
Okay. You seriously want us to see what you are doing with our eyes closed?
Yes.
Cheat.
I'm trying to win here.
Typical.
I am trying to win here.
Typical, okay.
Here. Alrighty.
So we look?
Yeah, close your eyes.
You look.
Okay.
Oh, you got 2 seconds.
Oh, Okay.
So we ready? Your eyes closed?
Yeah.
Jamie, no peeping, no peeping. No peeping. No peeping.
You know, just to speak.
Okay, okay.
Don't worry. We're fine. We know the order. We know the order anyway, right?
Okay.
Easy.
Okay, Bushman.
Don't peep over.
We got record time. Where did we just drop the salt on all of them?
Oh my gosh, record time, but oh my gosh, you're so wrong. We got it.
Never mind the Gussa win.
I know. Was this the order?
No.
Yeah, it was the order.
All right. That's right. So we got the best time, right?
Of course we do.
No, you don't.
So we are the unofficial winners.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Being the good sportsmen that we are, we've declared it an official tie with the advantage going to the left.
Is that a retraction?
So the
Tie
left.
with the advantage going to the left?
No, that's fine.
Guys,
The left.
you're looking at
Thank
us.
you. The left is on this side for those at home. So I thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for.
And it was a pleasure being with you, man.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So come again. And tell Coach Swan we said hi and we missed him at this one.
Yes.
And this is where we take the opportunity to invite you to tell a friend. Make sure you watch Good Morning St. Nevis on Studio 3 to 7.
Oh, that's so
Because
sweet.
Right now we are having a blast.
Yep.
Awesome.
Good people, good show.
Thank you. You stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to another edition of Infused Friday. We have another great infused water recipe for you to try out. Pineapple and sweet red bell pepper. I know what you're thinking, but this will bring a pep in your step. Here are some of the benefits you may experience from this exotic combination. Pineapple juice is rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals. It's especially packed with manganese, copper, vitamin B6 and vitamin C, all of which play important roles in the proper functioning of your body. Red capsicum or red bell pepper contains lycopene and a phytonutrient which helps to keep a healthy heart. It is also a rich source of folate and vitamin B6 along with antioxidants known to protect the body against free radicals. I know you cannot wait to try out this amazing fruit and vegetable infusion. Let's get you started with the following ingredients. You will need 6 pineapple cubes, 6 red capsicum cubes, enough fresh water to fill your jug or bottle. And the directions. Remember to wash your ingredients well. Chop and slice ingredients as necessary. Add to ingredients to a large jug or bottle. Stir ingredients and add fresh water and stir. Let it infuse, settle, and then serve into tall glasses. Can you taste the goodness already? Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time now to let you know what's happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. On the list, registration for Sugar Mass 51 is officially open. So registration is open for all vendors, calypsonians, soca artists, road march contenders, Juve and parade troops, pageant contestants, steel bands, and service providers. Registration forms are available at the St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival Committee Secretariat on Keom Street in the E.C. Daniel Building. Deadline is Friday, September 9th. Friday, September 9th. Don't miss it.
So I'm going to register for Miss St. Kitts.
Okay. I think you'd have to register for Mrs. St. Kitts, and we don't have one of those. But anyway,
the shade. The shade.
Yeah,
Why you got to shade me like that?
well, you know.
Why?
I said it was hot.
The shade is on a point, Jamie.
Yeah.
But no, so vendors, contestants, troops, everybody just go, register. Let's make this 51st one a big one. We've had a hiatus of 2 years, so let's make it greater.
Yeah.
How about that?
And this is the part where I get to say thank you for joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN. Of course, you are invited to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook, and Instagram at Good Morning SKN. That's it. Easy to remember, isn't it? At Good Morning SKN. And of course, on YouTube, it's Studio 327 INC. That's Studio 327 Inc. Like, subscribe, follow, and share, and let everybody know, just as Sean and Penny did, that GMSKN is here.
Yes, and this is the morning show you ought to wake up to. So remember, you have to leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of the show. It was definitely with Sean and Penny for me. And, well, we won the game even though it was a tie. I do want to wish you guys a great weekend. Remember to register for Carnival. Let's make it great again. And this is where I say see you on Monday morning. Well, we say see you on Monday morning at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Remember to share, like, follow, increase our subscribers. Remember, we have a bet to do 700 by the end of August. So have a great weekend and a great day, guys. And once again, thank you for watching.